Hi, everybody. Welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with me, your host and international award winning Make Every Second Count speaker, Jeff Marconette Jr. Now, I am very excited about tonight because we are going to teach you why losing everything doesn't have to be the end of you, the end of your business, the end of anything if you don't want it to be. But first of all, I'm going to take care of some housekeeping items here and ask you if you would please keep those comments rolling and just say whatever you want to and keep us entertained on the show. Ask as many questions as you would like, and also, please share this video out, invite all kinds of people to watch it, and make sure you're giving us all kinds of thumbs up, hearts, frowny faces, cry faces. It doesn't matter. Just help us trick the algorithm on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So, guys, with no further ado, I would like to bring to the stage Sophie. Hey Sophie, how are you this evening?
Hey Jeff, I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, I am fantastic. So, if you would like to go through your short introduction, and then we will hop into the show.
Sure. I'm Sophie Zollmann. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm originally from Belleville, Illinois, and I am an 80s pop Stevie Nicks witchy woman and also a very big Harry Potter fan, as you can see behind me. And I am the CEO of Sophie Zone Next Level Business Support. We are your all in one plug and play team for all things marketing, operations, and management to help you get everything off your plate, get your vision out in the world, and take a vacation and really unplug.
That is great. You sounds like you have a very exciting career there, and I find that to be fantastic.
I love
So,
what I do for sure.
I happen to know because I was in a severe car accident. I spent 3.5 months in the hospital and 2.5 in a coma. That you have to often grow through some things in order to get to the other side. Now, I say grow through things instead of just going through something because there are many lessons that we often learn by going through something. So I have to ask, Sophie, is where has been your chance for growth?
My chance for growth was back in 2019. After 10 years of being in business, growing myself to a six-figure business, I went exclusive with a client in 2018, and in 2019, they let me go. I literally lost it all, had no clients, no revenue, and my business was basically gone. And so I had a decision to make. Do I stop, quit, retire? What do I do? And I was like, okay, I may have a little gray hair here, but I ain't that old. And I was nowhere near ready for retirement. So I decided to pick myself up and, like you said, grow through the situation. And I basically rebuilt my business from zero, all the way from scratch, back up to not only six figures in 15 months, but within 2 years, I was at multiple six figures. And I
That
went through the pandemic and everything after that and survived and thrived and grew even more.
that is amazing. So what made you step out on that ledge and actually take the chance and go for it when you had lost everything and you felt like, hey, what do I do now? I'm not old enough to retire.
Well, I had a lot of people supporting me, not only my husband and family, but I was working with a coach and mentor at the time. I had a lot of colleagues in the business world that were, right there by my side. Some of them are the ones who got me started in the first place over 10 years ago. And they were still right there by my side, cheering me on, going, okay, you know what? You can sit here and wallow and you can be sad and you can give up and quit. You can be a quitter, or you can stand up and you can do what you want to do. Because my coach especially said to me, you haven't lost it all. You have everything it takes to do what you got to do. And he was right, because I had 10 years of business experience, over 10 years of working in the online world, to combined with that. And it's like I lost it all, but I didn't have nothing, because I was like, I have nothing, I've lost it all. He's like, no, that's not what it is. You have everything you need to start over, to grow the business any way you want. This is an opportunity to have the best business ever, to have the best life ever. Not too many people get to get that chance to start over. And I did. It was actually a blessing in disguise. It was the best thing that could happen to me, because I now have the best evolution of my business ever. I've been in business since 2009. I had that little blip in the radar, so to speak, and it's been nothing but great. Well, I mean, yes, we all have ups and downs. It hasn't been perfect. It hasn't been all sunshines, rainbows, and unicorns, but it has been a really great journey. I have made more friends, more colleagues, have helped and supported more people. I have a team of people that I've had that I can give, that I pay, that they get to support their families and their livelihoods. It's not just me in this business by myself anymore. I am surrounded by family, mentors, and coaches, and a team that, takes me to that next level and beyond.
Yeah, that is again fantastic. I get stuck using certain words, and I don't know why. I was stuck on amazing, and then awesome, and then phenomenal, and then magnificent, and now I am at fantastic. But that is fantastic. So I have noticed that people on this show tell me a lot of times about their circle that really helped them through things. Is that something you have found? Because I know you talked a little bit there about it, but how would you suggest that people find their tribe, as they say?
Well, first and foremost, in your personal life, you've got to have the people that believe in you, support you, and cheer you on no matter what. Even if they might think you're nuts for starting a business, they don't think you're nuts and discourage you. They think it's great that you're taking that big step out into the wide open and going, okay, I'm going to jump off this cliff and see what happens.
Yeah.
But then you also have to surround yourself with colleagues and people in the business world, which for me, I found those people on social media. When I first started my business, well, right before I started my business, I should say, I jumped on social media, put myself out there, talked to people, networked, talked about how, what I know and what I do and all those different things, and met some amazing people that I still know to this day. And some I've even gotten to meet in real life. And then several years later, I went through some trainings and certifications, which puts me in some organizations that support me. And lastly, coaches and mentors and masterminds. Those are where you can get so much support for growing your business, for self development, for all that you need to have the life and business that you want. I have been through a couple of different coaches over the years. I currently belong to several masterminds, and it is just, it's kind of, it's along the lines of, Think and Grow Rich, I believe it is, with Napoleon Hill. He talks about the mastermind. Who's at your table? Set your table, invite your guests, and make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who have been there and done that and are beyond where you're at. Because if you're with people who aren't at least where you're at or where you want to go, you're going to stay where you're at. You got to
Yeah.
surround yourself with people who are up here, who really want to, be a part, who are farther along than you, whether that's an experience or revenue or whatever it is, whatever your goals are. Find the people that have done what you want to do and talk to them and mastermind with them and network with them. Some of them will be, very generous and let you pick their brain for free. Others, you have to pay for the coaching or the whatever. But definitely get involved with experts, surround yourself with the experts who've been there and done that, and let them help you climb that ladder too.
Yeah, I have a friend, a coach, a mentor, whatever you want to call him, that says that when he gets to the top, that he doesn't want to be there alone. He wants to bring his tribe with him to that top, to that pinnacle of success. And I find that to be amazing and awesome and extravagant. That's a new one right there.
There you go.
Extravagant.
Extravagant.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I know I read a little bit about the fact that you had a great business. You were making all kinds of money and you lost everything.
I did.
And you see, that reminds me a lot of my situation. Because when I was 17, I was an avid athlete. I rode BMX constantly. And in fact, I was extremely good. I wanted to be a pro BMX rider. But I digress. So I had it all. And one thing hit me and my whole life changed. And I had the decision to make the same way you did. What do I do now? Do I just stay here in this hospital bed or get up and fight and live the life that I want to live my best life? So I luckily made the right decision. And you did too. And that has shown us that whatever we go through, all the hard times that we've gone through, we're still here. We're
Absolutely.
strong. And a lot of people I don't think realize that. So what is the best way for someone to realize how strong and powerful they really are?
Well, when tough times hit, when things happen that you're not expecting and, obviously not desiring, it's all about taking a moment to look at the situation and see both sides of the equation, because everything has its equal opposite. The bad has the good has the bad, and the problem has the solution.
Yeah.
Don't focus on the bad or the negative. Acknowledge it, don't deny it's there, because you can't just be like, oh, that's, there's nothing wrong there. You can't be oblivious and blind to the truth of the matter. But don't get stuck in the bad or the negative, the oh my gosh, I hit this bump in the road, everything's terrible, and go down that spiraling rabbit hole of poor pitiful me. It's about digging deep, taking a deep breath, and focusing on the good. Because there is good in everything that happens, no matter what it looks like when it first happens.
Yeah.
Focus on the good, look for the solution, look for the growth, look for the changes you can make, and try again. Keep trying, never give up, persevere, and keep
Yeah.
going. And you will see, the more you do that and the more you get yourself to focus on the good, to find the solution, to do the next thing, you'll really feel it deep inside you, how strong you are and how powerful you are, and how it eventually becomes, I wouldn't say easy to go through those bumps in the road, but it sure isn't as hard as it was the last time and the time before that.
Correct.
It does get easier. It gets, and you get smarter, and you get more, you get educated, you learn more about yourself as much as you do the situation, anything else involved, or that'd be people, technology, the different things involved in the situation. Learning is a good thing. It's never a bad thing. And at the very least, learn from something you're going through, and that helps you become stronger and stronger through life and business.
Yes, that reminds me of a story that I tell about when I was in the hospital. You see, when I first came out of my coma, I was stuck in a hospital bed. And they told me, Jeff, this is great, man. You have achieved so much. You're out of this coma. You're able to just lay there in bed and be with us. You can quit therapy now anytime, because people live every day like this and they're happy. And I said no. I did what you said you did with your business. So I got to walking with a walker, and they couldn't believe it. They were so excited for me. But again, they told me, Jeff, you can quit this therapy thing anytime. This is probably the best you can expect. And you're walking with a walker. That is amazing. People live like this every day and they're happy. I said, yeah, they might be, but I'm not. So I got to walking with a cane. Pretty amazing, I have to say so myself.
Oh yeah.
I It kind of surprised me too, but it's definitely surprised them. And they told me again, Jeff, this is probably the best thing you can expect. You've done so good. You can quit this therapy thing anytime now. People live every day walking with a cane and they're happy. I said, yeah, you're probably right. They probably are happy, but I'm not. So I got to walking completely unassisted, just like most people in the world. And they were shocked. They were jumping for joy. They couldn't believe it, and neither could I. But I had already seen it in my mind's eye. And they told me, Jeff, you can finally quit this therapy thing now. People live every day walking unassisted and they're happy. I said, yeah, they might be, but I'm not. You see, I'm going to run. Nobody is going to stop me from running. The only person that can hold me back is me. And I'm not going to do that. And I'm trying to help other people realize that they hold themselves back in life. Nobody else. They can give other people permission to. That's fine and dandy. But they can't do it unless you allow it. So how are you going to grow? Sorry, I got off on a little rant there, but I just couldn't stop once I got going. It's like a avalanche or a snowball on a hill. It just comes. Yeah, I
Oh yeah.
just throw up all over you guys. So I have to ask, do you have any specific ways for other people to help themselves in life? All right, hold on. I have a different question. I'll put this in a different question, different format right now.
Okay.
But I have this friend named Ben Bruce. He lives in Nigeria, Africa, and it's not the best place in the world. And he is having quite a few problems at the moment, and he is jobless at the moment, and he is hungry at the moment, and he's going through some things that nobody should have to go through ever. But do you have any suggestions or ideas for him that is having to deal with this at the present moment?
I would say look inside himself, figure out what he loves doing, what he's good at, and look at his surroundings and see what is around him that he can potentially use to get that passion and get that skill set out to the people in where he is in a way that he can sell, even if it's for the littlest, the littlest fee. Sell it for what he can and start making a little bit money off of something he's good at. And it may not be, the what he was good at in a job when he was employed. It may be something totally different, and that's okay. Find something of value that people around him would love to have happen or to own, if it's an object, if it's things, and start telling everybody around him what he can do and what it will cost for him to do it for them. And then he needs to do a really good job at it. When he gets that first person he's going to sell this thing to or his service to, do an excellent job, provide the best value, the best experience for this person ever. And that person is going to tell another person and going to tell the word is going to spread. And in his small village or in his town, whatever it is, word will get out that he is really good at X and he's at a fair price. He gives you so much value for that price. If you need this in your life, go see him and pay him the money, and he will be starting on his way to starting his own business, and he won't even need a job anymore. He will have his own business.
That is phenomenal advice. Now, I'll ask you the other question that I was in the process of asking you. Do you happen to have any tips for other people that are going through something that they haven't found the lesson in yet and they need to? So in order to grow through that.
Well, first, if they're doing it by themselves and trying to figure it out alone,
Find your tribe.
they need to find their tribe. Even just one person that they can get advice from, a different perspective from, someone who can see it from the outside. Because when you're in your own head and you're in your own of a situation, sometimes the blinders come on and you get into this little zone of, I can't see beyond this 6 inches in front of my face. And they need to see the whole picture. And it's hard to do that by yourself. So find at least one person you can just say, hey, I need to chat about something. And it can be even as simple as, I need to vent about a situation that I'm going through. And I'm just at my wit's end and I'm frustrated. And I just want to just, like you did, I want to throw up all over you, so to speak.
Blah.
I just want to go blah and get it all out. And then
Yeah.
let me know what you think. This is, I want to get it off my chest. And then if you have any ideas, let me know. Or if you know someone who can help me with this, let me know. Because the one thing that I tell everybody all the time is, you do not have to do anything in life alone.
Yeah.
It is a choice. If you choose to do it alone, you're limiting yourself. Like you said, I am the only one who can hold me back.
Yeah.
And sometimes trying to do it alone is what holds you back. Open up. There are people around you that you may not even realize can help you, or at least, like I said, let you vent, get it off your chest. Because sometimes just getting it out can actually inspire you to go, oh my gosh, I just figured out what I'm supposed to learn here. I figured out how I can solve this problem. And it all is just a matter of venting to someone, getting it all off your chest and really just letting it flow, because something was blocking you by doing it alone and trying to figure it out all in your head.
That's awesome. Now, what about the people that don't have that tribe, don't have that support system built around them? How exactly are they able to find the people that will listen to them and let them vent?
Well, depending upon where they live and what the situation is, there's always someone in their local community. There can be networking groups, there can be, you know, even if it's your pastor at your church or at any church, even if you don't go to a church, someone of faith, someone of, a networking group. There are so many and then of course there's the internet. It's like if you have a computer or a phone and you have it attached to the internet, Google is your friend.
Yeah.
Social media is your friend because you can pick one social media platform and start a profile and start reaching out to people and making friends and socializing and getting to know people and building a tribe that way. It can, because a lot of people are very shy and introverted, and that I get it. And sometimes social media and their computer is the outlet they need so that they can talk to people without being in person with them and work their way into the world, because you never know who you're going to meet on social media, on the networking groups online, all of those different places. There are support groups, there's all kinds of avenues and all kinds of places you can go. I mean, you might have a local community center where you can go and get help. There might be local business groups, business associations that you can get help from if it's a business thing. And of course, there's always the health and wellness centers in even some of the smallest towns. There are still health and wellness centers where you can go to talk about your health, your wellness, yoga, meditation, whatever it is that might help you get through that situation.
That is great, more great advice, and I appreciate everything you have said tonight. I know it is going to help somebody out there, and if I can get Ben Bruce to watch this, hopefully it'll help him out. So
Hopefully.
I have to ask Sophie, do you have any contact information you would like to give out?
Absolutely. My website is sophiezo.com, SOPHIE, Z as in zebra O.com. And I am on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Clubhouse. I'm on all those platforms. I'm either Sophie Zoe or the Sophie Zoe. And you can find me on all those platforms and reach out to me there as well.
That is phenomenal, and I just want to reiterate it that I thank you so much for coming on here and sharing with me and my viewers. And I would like to say hello to Brenda Ringwood. Say hi to Simone Rowe, my dad, and Maud Miller, and let's see here. Jessica Murata, Tammy Joy, who just said hi, and that's not her real last name. It's I forget, but oh well. I love it. Um, but thank you so much. And guys, I hope you all join us next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We're on the show where we try to help you live your best life. And I know you can personally, and I'm sure Sophie does too. But you guys need to do me a favor this week, next week, and for the rest of your life. You need to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when those seconds are going to run out on your one life. Hey, you guys have a great night. Remember, I'm Jeff Marconette Jr., and she is Sophie Zollmann telling you to make every second count. Have a great night, guys.
Thank you.